Japan isn't perfect. Do we agree or disagree? I'll just say, from my experience, being a YouTuber, having the privilege of being able to go there, travel, do my job, not having to worry about living there and joining the workforce and worrying about things that I don't need to worry about. From my experience, I had zero problems. Now, if I lived there for longer than 2 months, because I was there for 2 months, maybe that would change. But from the 2 months I was there, and I was all over Japan, like Osaka, Tokyo, Kyoto, yeah, and other places. Let's do this.
Japan isn't perfect, okay?
No!
Yeah, I know
What?
they have all these good things going for them. I'm not denying that, but it's a bit suspicious, honestly, when everything I hear about Japan is positive. Well, today that's all about to change, because my hating ass is gonna explain how Japan isn't quite perfect. Or
You know, people are like dying for content when they have to make a video like this. I love it. No disrespect to this guy, but it's just funny to me. Like, there's so many other things to say that's not perfect,
right?
bro.
We're talking natural disasters easily ruining your day. I mean, look at this guy. Relaxing drive ruined. We're talking
that's
gigantic parasitic.
I mean, that's a fact, bro. When I was there, I experienced my first fucking earthquake, and nobody cared. We were on the like 18th floor, and oh my god, I'll never forget, bro. You better strap in, bro. This is gonna be like a 3-hour video for me. I'm gonna stretch this 10 minutes to like 10 hours. It was like 2 in the morning. I was dead asleep. Me and Liv were dead asleep, and all of a sudden, the Japanese alert comes on. Let me play it real quick. I'm gonna show y'all what woke me up. Imagine hearing this. Wait a minute. A earthquake alarm. Ready? Imagine being woken up from this, right? 2 a.m. in the morning. At loud as fuck.
Earthquake.
Bro, I was like I did a triple backflip in the air. My heart was fucking racing, man. Earthquake. Like, I was like, whoa. It's one of the scariest moments in my fucking life, bro. 18th floor. That shit was trembling. Nobody talked about it that day. Like, nobody gave a fuck. God, like, I got PTSD just hearing that shit, man. I'm about to go in there and scare. No, I'm gonna wake her up one day with that. Nah, that's evil. That's fucking evil. I'm not doing that.
Cults that lead people to do insane shit like assassinating the president. Oh, and I almost forgot the tourists, the goddamn Westerners, the weebs, the fans that plague Japan's streets and
Yeah, man. Listen, you go to another country, it could any country. Respect their traditions, their cultures, their lifestyle. Don't go to Japan expecting it to be like America. Don't go to Japan as if you're going to New York. It's a very different world, bro. Like, y'all see how I am on stream, how I am in my videos. When I go to Japan, when me and Liv are in Japan, we are so fucking respectful of everything and everybody. We don't even speak too loud, right? We're very respectful. So these stupid ass streamers that go to these countries like Japan and they just stream and they do content as if they're in New York. Like, I saw a video of I'm not even gonna go there with the whole Somali bullshit, bro. Somebody shoot him already, right? Like, that's my opinion on that. I don't give a fuck, and I mean that. But I'm talking about, like, I saw, like, I think Bradley Martin walking around Tokyo. Like, you don't do that, man. You don't act like that. People aren't like that there. They look at you like you're fucking aliens at that point. Like, they're disgusted by you. Like, just show some respect, man. The Logan Paul incident, for example, like, you don't do that, man. You just don't do that. Simple as that. Like, fuck these people that go to these countries and act like it's theirs. Oh, I'm American, I'm privileged, and you can't touch me. No, we'll fucking beat you down, bro.
America's basements are like. I mean, people literally get online stardom.
Like this kid, bro. Boom! Like, shit.
Just being awful tourists in Japan. Yeah, these guys really put the pan in Japan, because
Oh,
I
God.
imagine the majority of locals want to just get
No
a
one will
pan and
ever
knock them
forget this.
unconscious. Actually, in Japan, taking matters into your own hands might not be the worst move, honestly, since the Japanese police are so inept and ineffective. So many crimes go unsolved in Japan.
You know what the fix to this is? And I know this might be controversial to say, but if you don't want a problem with the law, don't do anything wrong. It's simple as that. Just don't break the law. just don't wrong. Just don't do anything wrong. We were there for 2 months, and I think I've seen one cop. Not one interaction with a single cop. Just don't do anything wrong. We were even drunk on most nights. I know that's haram. I know, I get it. But I love drinking in Japan because I love lemon sours. It's like lemonade, bro. I fucking loved it. I don't like drinking, but lemon sours in Japan were fucking great, right? So we were drunk. Or sake, yeah, exactly. Like, we did all of that. And we were still law-abiding citizens that showed love and respect to the country.
Unless they see you jaywalking or littering. It's like the only...
Just don't jaywalk and litter. You know how many times I had a bag of chips and I had to walk like 5 miles to throw it out because there's no garbage pails in Japan? And there's no litter either. And don't jaywalk. I never jaywalked. Unless it was like, it's like 5 in the morning. I was walking to the gym in Japan and I was like, nobody's looking, bro, and I should jaywalk.
2 crimes they actually care about solving. Anything else is guaranteed ending up on a top 10 creepy unsolved Japanese police cases YouTube compilation. One thing I think is the root of a lot of...
Look at the guy on the left, bro. Don't be like him in Japan.
Japan's current day problems is the work culture. You know, the Tokyo zombies, the locked in epidemic.
This is terrible. I mean, for example, related to anime, since we do anime here, the animators, all right? I don't have to experience that. A lot of us don't, right? As tourists, we go there, we just take in the culture, and then we leave. But the people that actually live there, that have to live with this work system and don't get the honor, or not the honor, but the privilege or the luck of becoming a YouTuber or having a job where it allows you to travel, and they have to like do these unbecoming, unholy, inhuman hours. I don't know. That's what they have to fix, man, because that's the demand. And if you're not able to work 24/7 or 25/8, then another person will take your job and overwork themselves. Somebody that's fine being overworked. And I hate that shit. That sucks.
Basically, this problem kind of stems from the aftermath of that big war they lost. The country was in absolute ruin after World War II, and the government, alongside all the emerging businesses, out of necessity, pummeled out this narrative, which really plays on the traditional emphasis of pride and honor in Japanese culture. That if you aren't dedicating 100...
It's 2024, bro. Just change it. We're in a different time. The world's different now. It's not back then, bro. It has to be changed.
10% of your life to working and therefore rebuilding the economy.
Your life shouldn't be just work unless you love it. But if you don't love it and your life is just work, that fucking sucks. Like when I was working night shifts at UPS from like 11 at night to like 7 in the morning, and then I'd wake up and then like I'm sleeping when the sun's up, and then all my friends are going to bed when I'm working. Like, it's just, work became my life. And that shit is so fucking depressing. And a lot of you probably live like that too. You know? You have to work. Work is literally your life. Like, it's just everything you worry about. And, like, that was me. I was there before. That was most of my life.
You're a traitor and a disgrace to your entire bloodline, and you essentially don't exist as a human. Whilst this did play a big role in rebuilding the economy, it also had such a massive impact on Japanese work culture and was able to spiral so far out of control that now you're typical...
This is how y'all think I'm doing, how I'm living. Because I'm a YouTuber, bro. No.
daily routine as a Tokyo
Maybe with the Naruto reactions, but not anything else.
businessman includes sitting in a cramped booth to endure 12
That's
hours of frantic and
insane.
fueled work, then collapsing on the
God.
metro out of sheer exhaustion or alcoholic escapism, waking up the next morning deep in some random suburb, slapping some cold water on your face and doing it all again. And this is totally accepted and even kind of rewarded in Japan. For example,
It's rewarded, and that's why they continue to do it, man. Oh my God, like if you know you're gonna be rewarded, why stop? But it's like, I feel like Japanese people, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're not gonna protest this shit. Like in America, I feel like they'd protest this shit. They protest everything. They protest every single thing. But I feel like in Japan, they're just gonna keep doing it. It's like, this is not gonna change, man. They can't go against what their superiors want. Yeah, like, this is their life. And not to be morbid, but they're gonna live and die like this. That's fucking crazy to me, man. I don't know, it's tough. It's like, my heart goes out to all of them, man. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know.
it's common
Because standing out in Japan is very difficult and punishing.
when you see one of these passed out businessmen to leave cold water beside them in some kind of ceremonial circle.
Oh my God. What the fuck? And this isn't even photoshopped!
So that when they wake up, they can
You would think Hadan is here.
freshen up and get back to crunching them damn numbers. I will admit though, this does pull on my heartstrings a little bit. I mean, if you pass out on the street in the UK, you're getting robbed, pissed on, teabagged. Best thing, you're gonna wake up surrounded
Bro, I swear to God, if I left Japan last year, if I left my bike outside a store and I go back next year, it would still be there.
by is a bunch of pigeons pecking at your nose hairs. But yeah, there's one thing I can't fault Japan for, it's the honest friendliness and hospitality in their culture. I mean,
very
if someone
friendly.
gifted me a $400 tub of perfect strawberries, or a $500 bunch of the world's best grapes, or a $450 square melon, I would probably just evaporate with gratitude, honestly. I don't know if my physical form could handle such a generous gesture, you know?
Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. But to touch on what he just said, man, it's the truth. Japanese people, from everywhere I've been in the world, and I've been a lot of places, Japan, Japanese people in general are the fucking nicest people, man. They are so nice and welcoming. So welcoming, so nice. No matter where we went, man, we went to some traditional Japanese spots to eat where you have to like take your shoes off and stuff and everything, and they were so kind and welcoming to us, man. So nice, like the best people. And I don't know what they're saying behind the scenes, I don't give a fuck, but like from what I see, very polite. Yeah, polite, considerate, respectful, compassionate, and friendly. Exactly.
One thing that defines an especially annoying tourist in Japan is when people from the other side of the world travel there with no knowledge of the Japanese language whatsoever. Literally only 13% of Japan's population speaks English. So if Japan interests you and you think you might...
There's no excuse. There is no excuse to go to Japan and not know a few words. Hi, thank you. This one or that one. Like, there's no reason to not know some words, right? It doesn't take much to say arigato gozaimasu. It doesn't take much to fucking say that. But then some people, yeah, databayo. Like seriously. Oh my God, bro. Does it take much to say databayo? Like, god damn, man. Y'all watch anime at all? Sumimasen. Exactly. Shit like that. Sayonara databayo. Like, come on. Motherfuckers with like arigato gozaimasu. Like, come on, man. Do you even try? Use fucking... Like, I bet Siri would tell me. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri!
Uh-huh.
How do you say goodbye in Japanese?
In Japanese, goodbye is sayonara.
It's that fucking simple. Sayonara.
maybe visit one day, it would be best to start getting them basics down
Yeah, baka baka databayo sayonara. That's all you gotta know.
right now. That's where italki comes in.
No. Don't think I walked around saying that shit.
And using this online language learning platform, you can take personalized one-on-one.
Of course, this guy rubbing his fucking sponsor, bro. Where's mine?
On lessons with
Bro, I
native
almost have a
speaking
million
teachers
subs.
anytime, anywhere. Because
Fucking
it's just
email
you and the
me,
teacher,
send me
you will
some.
really focus on your speaking and listening, more conversational skills, which will increase your confidence through
I'm
actual
jealous.
interactions. For me, that's about 10,000% more useful
Instead, I get
than what I
fucking
get out of
Honkai Star Rail
conventional
emails.
lessons. When I took language classes in school, I genuinely didn't gain any useful conversational skills. But 30 minutes on italki with my teacher, and I already had the basic phrases down.
The safest thing is always konnichiwa.
Okay, konnichiwa.
Nice to meet you. Hajimemashite. Konnichiwa. Cherry.
I never knew that. Cherry Tumoshi Masu. Nah, see, I would never. See, I didn't know that much. But I knew the basics. Konnichiwa. It's simple as that. You don't even gotta know that much.
If you want to find a mentor that's a good match for you, just like I did, there's over 30,000 teachers and you can find the perfect one through some easy filtering. And best of all, with italki, you can pay for each lesson individually. There's no subscriptions and lessons are priced from only $5.
All the shit I talk about it, they still email me wanting me to do it. I should just do it. And on stream, I'll tell y'all, just don't download it, bro. Just let me get my money. Don't even, just skip the fucking ad.
You get 3 trial lessons which are refundable, so there's no financial risk involved. Start your language learning journey now with the link below in the description. And don't forget, use that promo code GEOPOLD5, all caps.
Use the promo code Nicholas Light.
This gives the first 50 users
Like, why
an extra
not?
$5 when they make
Where's
their
my
first
promo
purchase
code?
of $10 or more. So be quick, sign up now. To me, it seems like a big shame the honesty and pride of Japanese people has been exploited in such a way where people literally just operate as money-making computers, completely devoted to their nation. I mean, I know ultra capitalism is the foundation of current day Japan and produced a utopia and all that, but bro, you don't want a smoke break at least?
Oh my god, the second I was told to have a break, it's like even before he could finish the fucking word, I'd be running out the door. Seriously, man. I don't get it. That work culture is probably one of the biggest problems in Japan. So I feel like living in Japan definitely is not perfect. Definitely not. If it's like this, man, like the work culture, there's no balance. There's no work-life balance. There's no life. There's work. That's it. Work!
Blood. This robotic hard work sentiment over
You have to
generations
be a robot.
has spiraled so out of hand that now holidays and time off in general are like low-key taboos in Japan. Less than 80
Japanese people hesitate to take a vacation. Oh my god, because they're afraid their job's gonna be taken.
low-key taboos in Japan.
Look at this shit, man.
Less than 18% of people take their annual paid leave off, which
Oh my god. Less than 19% of Japanese employees use up all their annual paid leave, according to a new study, despite the government's efforts to encourage them to take their full holiday allowance. The government's even telling them, no. The government knows what they're doing. The government knows. They had the fucking people in a chokehold, man. Don't say it. Despite the government's efforts to encourage them, they know what they're doing. It's false encouragement.
is
This is the government's fault.
If you're Japanese, there's a higher chance you'll die of a stroke or a stress-related physical condition than in other Western countries.
1/5.
Plus, Japan literally invented its own form of heart failure, known as Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, I think, which is essentially a month-long
They created their own fucking word because of this.
heart attack caused by extreme stress that is usually cured by just chilling the fuck out. This is such a big problem that Japan is literally begging its citizens to go on holiday more, because not only
God.
are workers dropping dead from stress, also their airlines
Oh my god, bro. I feel like a Japanese person would greet me like this. Debt-crippled Japan Airlines files for bankruptcy.
are failing because no one uses them. But by far the biggest problem this toxic work culture has created is what I like to call the minus 100 Riz pandemic, also more formally known as population collapse. Essentially, because so many Japanese citizens spend so much of their energetic youth completely locked in and not out there cheating, basically young people are starting to have really trash social skills. So
They don't fuck anymore. Bro, they work so much, there's no time to fuck. Like, it's basically, it's literal. We work so much, we can't fuck around. But literally, we can't fuck. They're not fucking. I think all of you have to go to Japan and start fucking. All of us! No, not me. Not me. I'm not doing that. But But all of you, all my subscribers. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, my chat's like, I could fix that problem.
They really don't be making babies like that. Each year, the amount of marriages significantly.
Why don't they work and fuck at the same time? Like imagine JJK, you know, like the Sukuna fight was being animated and the guy was like this. I'm making fun of this shit. This shit's depressing.
Falls. And it's even been reported that currently 70% of men in their 20s in Japan have no spouse or partner. Even the couples that do exist in their 20s in Japan.
Oh my God, now I know why there's so many titties in anime. They don't get any sexual satisfaction outside their job, so they create it in their job. Oh, it makes sense. I don't fucking blame them at this point, bro. Make more of it.
No spouse or partner. Even the couples that do exist are kind of brainwashed to only think money, money, money. And I don't know if you know, but having a kid costs a lot of money. Therefore, straight up, no one is having any babies.
So they gotta work
Some
more.
companies are having an absolute blast exploiting loneliness in Japan. Whilst before they just made fortunes selling sake, now it's leveled up. I mean, it makes a lot of sense choosing an anime pillow or an online digital waifu over an actual
Like, dude, imagine this. Imagine you're Japanese, right? You just worked your normal 40-hour in a day shift, right? Now you're walking home. But what's in the way? It's a tourist streamer with a fucking phone in your face making everybody hear them. Imagine that. Would you want to live anymore? I wouldn't. That sounds like the ultimate depression. This is why these tourists should have extra fucking compliancy, extra love and respect for Japan, man. You think these people want to see this? Think they want to see that? They don't even see titties. They don't even get ass anymore. And they have to see your goofy ass over here. Like, fuck out of here, bro. I say shoot them on sight.
human when you spend 12 hours a fucking day in a tiny office crunching numbers like Cheerios after a night out. To add to this problem though, Japanese healthcare is kinda just too good, and Japanese people are kinda just too healthy due to their traditional diet, the cleanliness of cities, and simply their genes. But why on earth is that a problem? Well, it means lots of old people, and I mean fucking shit tons of old people. 1 in 10 people in Japan are 80 or over. Over 30%.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Yeah, no, that's not a lie, bro. Sometimes in Japan, I turn a corner and some people look like they were in their hundreds. They had to be. Like this one lady, she had to be at least 108. At least. And that's being nice. Honestly. It's crazy.
Of Japanese people were 65 plus. Compare that 30% to the USA's 16% and China's 11%. You can see how insane and unprecedented that is.
12% of China are age 65 or over. 12.
And unfortunately, as we know, old people die more than young people. So as less
Bro, and a lot of these Japanese people I saw that looked like they were in their hundreds, they were working. Holy shit. I'm sorry, bro. I'd kill myself. I would. And I'm not saying that to joke. If I had to be in my 90s working as hard as they do in Japan, I wouldn't be able to. But it's so instilled into them. It's so installed into them, right? Because it's like they treat them like fucking robots. It's so embedded into them that it's normal. That's normal to them. They come to America and see like how I work. They'd roll in their grave. Like they'd be like, what the fuck? This guy just sits on his chair and watches anime and then he goes inside and slays on the couch for 4 hours. Like, what? This is why I never brag about what I do, bro. I'm so fucking grateful.
Japanese babies are born, but more Japanese old people die, the population is absolutely absolutely collapsing. It went down by
Bro, we gotta get fucking. Come on.
800,000
Come on.
last year alone.
Get
Now,
over there,
usually
guys.
Countries don't fare amazingly with big population declines like this, but it's especially bad for countries that are so reliant off massive, consistently growing domestic urban workforces, a bit like Japan has been for the last 80 years. Japan's whole business model completely falls apart with population falling and average age getting older.
Bro, I saw like an article saying that women in Japan are paying for sex. Can you imagine that? Women in Japan are paying for sex. Like, what a world. Clickbait title? It was probably clickbait.
Because old
But after seeing this, I believe it.
people retire and don't generate money for the state. Actually, they do the opposite. Japan's social welfare spending is set to rise 60% by 2040. And to fund that, Japan is going to have less young, dedicated, taxable workers than before. In 2010, there were 128 million
I feel like it's
Japanese
gonna get
people. By
worse.
2056, we could very possibly be looking at it dropping below 100 mil. See, the problem with relying on your country's individuals to act as money-generating components within some big fuck-off engine.
I don't know, man. I fucking hate this, but I think it's just gonna get worse. Nobody's gonna change this system. This system, like if the kids are doing it and they're enabling it and they're just going along with it, their kids are gonna go along with it too. This system's never gonna stop. They're like robots, yeah, man. But it's crazy. It's fucking crazy because there's a lot of things that I wish America was like that Japan has, but then there's a lot of things that I'm grateful about that Japan has that we don't. You know what I mean?
Is that if those individuals stop multiplying like they used to and start dropping dead from stress, you end up with less components but the same big engine. And you
Like, how do you fix this? Realistically, how do you fix this? Because a lot of these people that are employing these people, these young people, are in their fucking 70s and 80s. So this is the system they've created. So now they're basically grooming the younger generation to work and live like they did. So it's like a never-ending cycle. It's never gonna fucking stop. Because the older people in Japan, that's just how they are. Not all of them, but I feel like a lot of them are. A lot of them that are in these business suits. Just look at fucking Nintendo, how old school they are. Like, a lot of people make fun of Nintendo. Like we're on the PS5 and Nintendo still has a fucking PS2 graphics. Like, they're so in the past, even with copyright. I don't know if y'all remember, but there was like that whole Nintendo partner program shit. Like, they're so in the past with a lot of shit, man. And they're stubborn, very stubborn.
can't run an engine with half the required amount of pistons or valves, can you? For example, property recession. Less people, same amount of houses. More supply, less demand. The market is crashing. That's just one of thousands of examples of how population decline is abysmal for Japan's economy and its fucking 92% urbanized population.
Oh
now, the
my
Japanese
God,
government knows
man.
all this, and they're now desperately trying to backtrack and decrease the wide-scale urbanization they were.
Kishida says Japan at turning point in policy. Bro, they named it after the Mushoku Tensei episode, Turning Point. Maybe there's a turning point coming.
So frantic to create half a century ago. They're offering millions of yen to young people in return for them moving out of Tokyo.
Japan is offering millions of yen to move out of Tokyo. They're paying people to leave.
And starting more rural
Like,
life.
please, move, please, here. Like, throwing stacks at them, bro, like strippers. But they're throwing it to tell them to leave.
Lives. They're launching advertising campaigns intended to get young people out.
What? Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Bring your family to a Japanese restaurant, bro. They handcuff your children to the fucking walls, and they make them drink alcohol. Drink culture is big and important in Japan. Oh, trust me, I know.
Out drinking and improving their social skills. They're doubling spending on childcare and
Like, okay. Japan tells young people to drink more alcohol. What does alcohol do? It makes you more loose. It makes you sexualize. Yeah, sexual. See, my mind. Socialize. Drink, like when I used to drink, and like I used to drink like I used to be a fucking drunk. But when I've drunk a few times with my friends. I was loose when I had a drink. I was more like goosey. Like more friendly and shit. You know what? Like, I guess that's what they want them to do, but like, it's not sustainable. Like, what do they have to be fucking drunk every time they talk to somebody? Like, it's not right, man. Like, you shouldn't have to drink to socialize. Like that, I used to say that even before I got into the anime culture. Like, my friends always wanted to drink, and I'm like, guys, I don't want to like go out for just drinking. Like, we should be able to have fun without fucking drinking. We can see a movie, go out and eat, and have fun conversations. Like, if we have to drink to have fun, it's not fun to me.
And improving their social skills, they're doubling spending on childcare and considering literally giving new parents cash payouts. And
bro, they're paying people to fuck. Like, please, make a child, we're begging you. Please, keep fucking every night. Semen.
funniest
Every
of all,
night.
they're funding adverts on TV, which essentially just promote banging. And I do think it's pretty hilarious that all those years,
Bro, imagine you're just a family watching like SpongeBob and a commercial comes on. Fuck! It's fuck time.
of forcing notoriously
Parents,
cold,
get in that
harsh,
bed. Kids,
robotic,
keep watching.
strictly
Keep watching SpongeBob.
profit-focused values down Japanese people's throats just led to the government desperately running ad campaigns promoting partying, sex, and farms.
Oh my god.
Exactly what they were originally trying to discourage. Fucking awesome, man.
That's fucking crazy. I think, like, from what he was saying in that video, between the population and the working, I think the working is the biggest fucking problem. Because working, you fix that work-life balance, you fix that shit, it fixes so many other problems that he mentioned in his video. Like, the whole thing with population shit, they'd have time to fuck if you fix the whole working, scheduling and everything. But I feel like that needs a lot of work. Yeah. The overworking needs a lot of work.